What's going on, friends? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Scavenger. Actually, not this one, but this one! That's right, today we are taking a look at Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Demolisher. Now, you might be wondering, well, Bolt, what are you talking about? That's Scavenger. That's obviously Scavenger. Yeah, it is, but the original figure back in the Revenge of the Fallen line was called Demolisher. Scavenger only appeared in the toy line as a little Legends class figure and as part of the Supreme Devastator set. In other words, this guy. So yeah, this blast from the past I picked up at the same time I picked up my ROTF Supreme Devastator set, which I'm going to review once we have all of the new Studio Series Devastators sets or Constructicons. This little dude is I actually like this little guy a lot. He is flawed, however. I mean, specifically, hey, there's the robot head right underneath. But it's a nice little excavator. Now, the actual excavator that this figure is based on is not tiny in the least bit. It's one of the largest excavators made by humans. But this is not that. It is a toy. So, yeah, the coloring actually works incredibly well, and it is, I think, more dynamically colored than the leader class Studio Series figure. And he also has rubber treads. Unfortunately, the rubber treads do not move. They are locked into place. The back of the figure is pretty much open, as you saw, and these bits just hang off and flop around. They don't really do anything or peg in anywhere, which is a shame. And to be honest, I'm not even sure this back part is transformed correctly. I just kind of left it like this because it was the most convenient, and I've seen it in multiple pictures posed different ways. Now, one little cool thing is not a mech tech gimmick, but there is a little gimmick right here inside the shovel arm that as you move the arm, it moves, or the hydraulic, it spins, which is very cool. I like that little bit of detail. The overall look of it is pretty good. It's not a very big figure. Here it is next to Deluxe Class Quake. It might have helped if I got them both in frame. And here's Studio Series Voyager Class Optimus next to it. It's a little taller, but not that much longer, so it actually scales to the current Voyager class figures, which is kind of scary when you start to think about it. Now, transformation for this guy is interesting, we'll say. Start off with, fold out those pieces all the way out back, then come underneath and unpeg the treads, and it can stand up a little bit. Then we're going to come up to the bucket and separate the bucket and literally butterfly the entire vehicle mode. But before we do that, kind of take the cab sections where where people would walk and just kind of fold them all the way out like so, and then just straighten everything out. So it kind of butterfly the figure. Then take one of the treads, grab it, and then fold it in and push the tread in to form a circular wheel, then grab the entire section and rotate it 180 degrees, come to the back flap, plug that in, and then the wheel will peg into one of those sections like that, and then do the same thing on the other side, and peg it in, and then just get this bad boy lined up, get all the sections lined up and situated. And I will be completely honest, I can never remember if this is correct or not. All right, we're almost there. Turn the arms. Turn them such that these inner sections are pointing forward. Then we could close these sections up. And getting these things closed up is a little bit harder than you might think. So there's a double joint in there. We want to get closed up like so. Turn the arm down like that. And point these sections out. And then accordion it up. So on this side, we'll do it again. turn it around so that the arm is pointed towards the back. Start accordioning things in, and then these little bits will point down like so. Move the arms, and there we go. That is the robot mode. Good luck trying to get it to stand correctly. Getting this guy to stand up on his own is not easy, nor is it fun. The Leader Class Studio Series figure makes that a little bit easier thanks to a little bit of a hack you can do with the transformation. What I do for this original ROTF figure is kind of lean his feet or his bottom wheel forward a little bit, and then just have him rest better on his claws like that. You can pose him in different ways, but his head is completely unposable. The only posability he has is in the actual wheel itself, the entire torso that can spin around, and then a ratchet, a lesser ratchet, and then this little ratchet in his claws. Now, speaking of his claws do pose very, very little, but they can move just a little bit. So there is that. Now, there is one mode that I kind of just fiddled with on my own years ago, and that's kind of this biker mode. So you kind of just have to futz with him until you could get him or his entire head to turn and face down, and then put his wheels down, and then you can give him his own little biker mode, though it is more of a hack than anything. So you can give him a biker mode. Here's a size comparison for you. We've got TR Quake, Siege Shockwave, and MP10 Prime, so you could get an idea of the just general scale of the figure. And here he is next to his Leader Class brother, or doppelganger. Overall, this figure is just okay. It's novel and stupid, but it's not great. It's not a must-have figure. I would argue that Stratoforce, that my buddy Thu reviewed years ago, is actually a more fun figure. This is just, well, let's just say the vehicle mode is its strongest suit and leave it at that. This guy, while it does have a special place in my heart, isn't anything special in and of itself. There are way more better figures out there, even in the ROTF line. So I would pass this one up, but if you see it for like a couple dollars, it might be worth picking up. So folks, thank you so much for watching this video review. As always, be sure to follow me here on YouTube, and please be sure following the link down in the description to my Patreon. Your financial contribution every month is going to help me to continue to keep doing this. Again, thank you so much for watching. I have been Baltmatrix, and I'll see you next time with a better scavenger.